Funding now on Indiegogo, it's Shadowbinders, our second chance offer to get 2 hardcovers of our classic webcomic delivered to your door. Steampunk, fantasy, and romantic comedy from Clownfish Comics. Go to Indiegogo, check out the link in the description below. Now on with the video. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're gonna get another Thundercats.
Yes.
But
supposedly, allegedly, maybe.
But
what?
But it sounds like the guy in charge actually cares about Thundercats.
Yes, he actually seems to actually give a rip about it.
Yeah, so the Godzilla vs. Kong director is supposedly working on, is it live action or animated?
It's an animated film, apparently. It's a CGI animation hybrid.
Okay, well, okay. CGI animation hybrid film, new Thundercats movie from someone who actually is a fan of the franchise. This is, of course, after the disaster that was Thundercats Roar.
Oh God, it was so terrible.
I wonder if this has something to do with the cancellation of Thundercats Roar.
I don't know, because it's interesting. He makes some interesting comments about what he would do with his film. And we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Yeah, so before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 184,000 subs. We have been following the Thundercats debacle for a couple of years now. Of course, you know, they rebooted, I'm using air quotes here, debooted.
Yeah, debooted. Can you go backwards? Yeah. It devolved.
They devolved Thundercats into Thundercats Roar. It caused a lot of outrage online.
There was a lot of roaring.
There was a lot of roaring. It did not go over well. It was canceled after less than a year. And I think they decided to cancel it probably just a couple episodes in, and they just kind of ran whatever they had left. And Victor Courtwright, who was, I believe, the showrunner, is moving on to Aquaman, so he can go
ruin that too, which looks pretty much like Thundercats Roar.
It looks almost exactly.
I just don't understand, like, you know, you think you would have to have some skill and some talent when drawing characters, but that's just me. Anyway, so on to this story. Okay, so the guy who's doing Godzilla vs. Kong apparently had asked, you know, he heard there was a Thundercats movie, and they're talking about going back and forth, and he asked them if he could do it. So apparently they're letting him do it. So he did an exclusive interview with Deadline. And this is where they asked him some of the questions that he gave answers to. It's one giant text blob of what he said. So I kind of broke it up a bit.
Okay.
And then, but he said it was like a dream project for him. And I guess when he was in high school, he that's kind of why he wanted to be a director. And he spent his 10th grade years writing his own screenplay.
Okay, that's really nerdy, but actually kind of
He
cool.
has the cred to the place. They made fun of him for liking it so much. Okay?
Oh my God.
So here's what he said. My real obsession with Thundercats came in high school. The pinnacle of me deciding I wanted to be a filmmaker and pushing in that direction. I actually spent most of my 10th grade year. I completely blew it. I didn't pay attention to school, made terrible grades. And the reason? I was writing my Thundercats screenplay through my entire 10th grade year. And I was handwriting it. The screenplay itself ended up being 272 pages long.
Oh my God.
I still have it. It's one of those things where I would carry it around my notebook and talk about that. You know those people that come up to you and they're telling you all about their stories and they're so excited about it. I didn't even realize that the kids in my class were making fun of me as they would ask me questions about my Thundercats screenplay. Sounds like maybe is he like a little bit maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know. It was only one day when my friend asked me about it, and I was excitedly telling them about my Thundercats screenplay, and I heard him turn around to some girls in the class. These were girls I had crushes on, and he's making fun of me for writing Thundercats. With friends like that, who needs enemies?
Yeah, right.
Because it was ridiculous, but that was the first moment where I had thought maybe I would not be able to make the Thundercats movie.
Well,
he still gets to do it.
He still gets to do it, supposedly. It's 20 years later, and you said he heard that there was a Thundercats script. Yep. He asked if he could rewrite the script. The project was already being developed by... Yeah, I thought that they announced it before, that they were maybe possibly sort of going to do it. This happens a lot. There was a Voltron live-action movie that never happened.
Oh, that would be bad.
We don't know where the live-action Masters of the Universe reboot movie is. We have no idea.
I thought they were still doing that.
I guess they had that guy from all the rom-coms.
They had a picture of him just recently, like he was buffing up for it.
Oh, well, maybe they're still doing it.
I'm assuming they're still doing that, actually. So, anyway, there was an early script treatment that was already done, so he's going to rewrite the script and redo it with this other person, Simon Barrett, and then Dan Lin and Roy Lee are supposed to be producers on it. And so here's what he said. He asked them, and they said he could do it. I cut some stuff out. You could go to the Deadline article to see the whole, whatever, all he said. They gave me the reins. I saw this as an opportunity to do a new type of fantasy sci-fi spectacle film that people have never seen before. Okay, that makes me a little concerned, but
spectacle.
It's got a rich mythology. The characters are fantastic. The colors. I want to do a Thundercats film that takes you back to the 80s aesthetic.
Oh, say that again. I like hearing that part.
I want to do a Thundercats film that takes you back to the 80s aesthetic.
What? One more time.
No, I'm not going to say it again.
Oh.
I don't want to reinvent the way they look.
Say that one more time.
I don't want to reinvent the way they look. I want them to look like Thundercats.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Do we have a winner?
Hopefully.
Do we have a winner? I mean, I don't understand with Marvel, being able to pull off some of the ridiculous character designs in live action and have it be convincing, why they can't do a convincing Thundercats movie.
Well, he's going to go for it. I don't want to do it live action either. I don't want it to look like cats. I love that. I don't want those kind of issues. No disrespect to that director, who I don't mean to throw under the bus any more than anyone else has. Okay, this guy's funny.
All right.
I wanted to do a movie you'd never seen before. A hybrid CGI film that has a hyper-real look and somehow bridges the gap between cartoon and CGI. That's the starting point. And Simon Barrett and I are getting into the script now. So maybe it'll be a movie and then a series? I don't know.
Somebody did a fan CGI Thundercats intro. They redid it.
I remember that.
It was actually really, really good. But just imagine if Hollywood does it with the budget that they could be given, and somebody who actually gives a shit is working on it.
I mean, the dude got bullied because he spent his whole 10th grade year being obsessed with Thundercats. I can't think that he's going to ruin it too much, but I could be wrong. Stranger things have occurred.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to rebooting franchises. Because it could be a matter they want to take it a direction he doesn't want to take it in, but he doesn't get much of a say. But it cannot be worse than Thundercats Roar, even though I say that now, and I'm hoping I'll eat those words.
Yeah. It's like, remember when we thought Roar was the worst version of Thundercats that we were ever going to see? And then that movie came out.
Yeah,
and it was a musical. And,
I don't think it's going to be. But let's hope the third reboot is the charm, because they had the 2011 one, which was really well
2011
done.
was very, very good.
And that's what they should have gone back to.
Yeah.
They canceled it too soon. It was ahead of its time.
Yeah, it was.
And then we got Roar, which what the hell that was, I don't even know. It was like a pimple on the butt of something. And then you're like
you have to take that cat to the vet and get that cyst removed from was it Pop Your Pet?
Yeah, it's a cyst on the butt of a nasty smelly cat that they sang about on Friends. And then and now we're on the third chance here with this movie. Now there was supposed to be a movie in play before, and there's something about Ryan Reynolds going to be in it, and all this other stuff that was going around before this. Apparently that's what this is coming from, but they're redoing it. So I don't know what that means.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think. I don't want to say because I jinx it, because it's Hollywood's very hit or miss. Sometimes we get great movies from people who actually care.
That's what I did. I think he cares.
But it doesn't mean he's going to be allowed to make a good movie.
Exactly. Doesn't mean he's going to be allowed to do what he wants to do, but he does seem to care. I mean, to me, that's cred right there. You're loving something so much. It's such a geek thing that you liked it so much that you got picked on in 10th grade. That is a rite of passage to somebody who actually appreciates things, in my mind. To me.
Yeah, and what's going to happen is you're going to be called a misogynist and an alt-right Yahtzee because you're pandering to the Yahtzees.
No, it's not. It's just trying to stay true to the franchise. Like, we would love to see an actual spiritual successor that's well, I mean, I don't know, 2011 was. But,
Yeah, 2011, I mean, it was weird. It had the guts, but I mean, the story was very different because it all took place on Thunder.
Right, and I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be a different story.
Yeah,
but it's going to be they're going to
the aesthetic.
It's going to keep the look. It's going to. I think they'll probably try to keep the characters who they are.
Yeah,
but they might just change it up because they're going to want something different.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, this gives us hope, and we tend to get false hope here on the channel. So, but it's better than Roar. Sounds better than Roar on paper.
Anything's better than Roar. Let's be honest here. I mean.
I'm waiting for all the media outlets to be like, oh my God, they canceled Thundercats Roar because of the toxic man babies. Now they're going to give the man babies what they want. A man baby who wrote his own stupid screenplay back in school.
Right, but
is going to get to be in charge.
Can they do that though? Because they're already going on about how everybody's trying to review Godzilla versus Kong, and this is the director from it. So, they've already set that up that they're already blaming one thing on that. I don't know how they can twist it around and they'll probably find a way.
You'd be surprised. They do 180s all the time.
But I would rather watch the Cats movie or a cat licking its butt for 2 hours than Thundercats Roar.
Oh my God, I rage quit Thundercats Roar. I tried watching the first 2 episodes and I got about halfway through the second one. I'm like, this is the most disrespectful. Like, there are no redeeming qualities to this show. At least with Teen Titans Go, you could tell they cared about the source material, even if they were poking fun at it. But it was atrocious. It was terrible.
And then bringing back the original, Lino or character to say, oh, this is the true successor. It's like, oh my God,
like, come
that
on.
was like the most douchey middle finger you could do. So, hey, you got canceled, so there's that.
Yeah, there we go. Less than a year. It's actually in Wikipedia that Thundercats Roar is notable for being canceled in less than a year.
Yeah, that's pretty sad when that's noted for that. So good news is possibly, maybe, I don't know. I'm at this point now where I'm torn between actually being excited because it sounds like he might care, and just like you show me because I don't believe anything anymore. The Hollywood says, because I am so jaded against all the stuff, and then if it turns out it's completely unrelated, it'll be some kind of narrative how somehow I'm a white straight male douchebag who voted for Trump. Even though because that if you vote for Trump, automatically you're a bad person because it doesn't work. Whatever.
I'm waiting for the article. Thundercats Roar was canceled and it's all Trump's fault.
That's right.
They were blaming Trump for the cancellation of OKKO.
Yeah, so this is probably Thundercats Roar is because of Trump. Yep, but give him time. It's toxic misogyny.
All right, are we going to wrap this one up?
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.